Diddy has been hit with another unbelievable lawsuit, and there's some details in this one.
Pascal, you are now rocking with that dude Pascal.
What's up? Obviously, we have been covering the Diddy thing for a little while now, and I was wondering when there was going to be some new lawsuits dropping because they've been saying for a while that there was going to be more lawsuits coming after Diddy, coming after the diddler. And now we got a brand new lawsuit that was filed yesterday, and we have got to talk about this. We are going to be deep diving into the documents on my main channel, so make sure you're subscribed to both channels here. Make sure you are. All right. And of course, check out pascalmerch.com. We got some really great merch over there, really great clothing. Anyway, guys, we got to get into this. Again, now this is somebody who's saying she was a babysitter and that she got picked up. And then, of course, all bad things happen. And a lot of things, as you see in the title here, a lot of things are the same pattern as every single other lawsuit that has dropped, every single civil lawsuit that has dropped as of late. And again, if any of this is true, this man is an absolute diabolical monster. And that, of course, errs on the side of if these allegations, all of these allegations, or any of these allegations are actually true. Again, innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. But what say you guys as we go through this article here? We go through the documents on the main channel. What are your thoughts? Because this, to me, is very, very interesting. Of course, she is saying that she was plied with substances. And then, of course, he attacked her. And then, of course, all bad things happen. But let's get into this, okay? The accusations against Diddy keep stacking up. And yes, they are. He's now facing another SA lawsuit by a Jane Doe who says she was underage, not of age, when this whole alleged attack occurred. In legal docs obtained by TMZ, unnamed woman, Jane Doe, has come forward and is suing Diddy and two John Does who claims were with him, okay? This is very interesting, and we're going to talk about those John Does here in a second, okay? So here's some details revolving around this. The woman claims in 2000, when she was 16 years old, she ran into Diddy and the two men who were apparently working for him in an SUV after leaving a babysitting job in Manhattan. She says they offered her a ride home, and after much pressure from Diddy, she eventually agreed. So she walks out of this babysitting gig out into the Manhattan streets and pulls out of nowhere, pulls up an SUV with Diddy inside of it. A SUV pulls up and says, "What up?" to this young girl. Now, of course, first and foremost, I am still wondering who those John Does, those two John Does could be. Could they be bodyguards? Could they be artists? She says that they were working for him. That could mean a slew of different things. They could be assistants. They could be God only knows, right? Or people that help him put together these freak-offs. God only knows, but I am actually curious if she does know their names. I mean, again, this whole thing, this alleged attack happened almost 25 years ago, okay, because we are in 2025. You know, it's been 25 years, so she may not remember those men, their names. She definitely remembers Diddy, but it does make you wonder, did those other two men commit crimes onto her as well, or was it only just Diddy? That's one thing I'm very curious about. Definitely. And then again, this is something I said earlier on the main show. And again, like I said, go check out my main channel. But we all learned to not speak to strangers. But what's sad about this situation is that Diddy at this time is at the height of his career. He's a huge name at this point. He's a household name. So you got a superstar pulling up saying, "Hey, what up, Doe?" A lot of people might just trust that person solely because of their on-screen personality, because of their persona, what they present out here, their brand. But in reality, they could be the worst person in the world. So again, I just have to say, remember, you don't know these people. Just because you know them, you feel like you know them from what you see on the silver screen or on your little phones or what you see on the computer or TV does not mean that these celebrities are good people. They're strangers just as much as a stranger danger. Okay? They're stranger danger as stranger danger is. Okay? You see what I'm saying? So kiddos, if you're watching this show, please, it's still danger, stranger danger. It doesn't matter if that person is a celebrity. You don't know them from a can of paint. So act accordingly. All right. But again, I can see a lot of celebrities taking advantage of this kind of situation, going, "Hey, you know me. I just sold you that tube of Colgate just the other day. So you could trust me. You know who I am. I'm a celebrity. I'm going to hide in plain sight, only to find out that they are actually wolves in sheep's clothing or in celebrity clothing. Let's not forget that. So please, everybody out there, don't trust these celebrities. Enjoy what you see on camera, what they give to you. But when you see them in real life, you got to take it seriously. All right? Don't get all starstruck just because of their name. They could still be absolutely disgusting. Let's move on. In legal papers, she claims she got scared when they didn't drop her off at her home. And Diddy allegedly gave her a drink to calm down. Here we go. Same pattern, which made her feel groggy. Moving on, she says that they then took her to another location where Diddy allegedly attacked her. She claims she was left in the lobby of her building where she lived. Now, of course, in the documents, there's a lot more scathing details, which we will look at on the main channel here in just a little while. She's suing for unspecified damages, claiming she suffered ongoing financial damages, physical injury, pain, and serious emotional distress, which of course we're not surprised about that. That if any of that is to be true, unbelievable information. Okay. Now moving on, we already know that he's been locked up for a while now, and he's going to be locked up for good because the charges that he's looking at federally, it's a wrap in my personal opinion. But of course, his legal team did speak out, and it's a very, very much a rubber stamp response, as they always have had this rubber stamp response. But I'm going to read it anyway. No matter how many lawsuits are filed, it won't change the fact that Mr. Combs has never SA'd or ST'd anyone. Man, woman, adult, or little. We got to use these code words. We live in a world where anyone can file a lawsuit for any reason, which is true. Technically, that's true. Okay. People have sued McDonald's for over 2 hot coffee. Real talk. And won. That is true. Anyone can sue for anything. All right. Fortunately, a fair and impartial judicial process exists to find the truth, and Mr. Combs, Diddy, is confident he will prevail in court. Again, when you see this information, when you hear about all this, of course, these articles only give you the bare bones. They don't give you all the gruesome details in the articles, but at the same time, it is, I think, very important information to look at. Nonetheless, he's being sued again by someone that claims that they were a little when they were actually attacked by Diddy. There's no mention, at least in this article, that she was attacked by the other men as well. So I keep wondering, what's the details behind that? Were they just in the car and then they went to this other location when they drove past her home? Did they go to this other location and then they just went into another room and then Diddy did his unthinkable, disgusting things, committed crimes? Or were they a part of those crimes as well? Were they an audience, at least, of these particular crimes? That's one thing I'm actually kind of curious about in regards to this as well, because that, I think, is very important information. But then again, who are those 2 men? The other thing I'm kind of curious about is, what is the other location that she was sent to? Does she remember the details of that location? Was it another apartment, a condo? Was it a house with a U-shaped driveway? You see what I'm saying? Gated community. Did they drive outside of New York City to do this. You see what I'm saying? I am very curious about what actually happened here because I feel that the devil's in the details for sure. And I think that all we can find out or everything that we can get, I think is going to be in those documents. So I'm hoping, I really am hoping that the information's out there and is in that document because again, I could see a lot of people looking at this particular lawsuit and side-eyeing the hell out of it as well. I'm not surprised, but I am kind of curious as to what is actually the truth here and what kind of details are in that document. Again, we'll be looking at it on the main channel in a little while. But what say you guys? Comment down below. Let me know what your thoughts are. Hit that like button down below. Crush that subscribe button. And we'll be talking very, very soon. Anyway, guys, time to get going. Be good to yourselves. Be good to one another. Talk soon. This is the Pascal Show. Bye.
Pascal. You are now rocking with that dude Pascal. We be going wild.